Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Havoc Campaign episode. Before we continue, I would like to show you some improvements I made on the formatting, and it is now officially in page format. Improvements, as always, will continue, but for the most part, a lot remains the same. I did reduce a few of section sizes, mainly in the role-playing Havoc, which is in the first two pages, and you can see a few changes in section titles. Now, one of the biggest changes is for energy. It's not just called energy, it's now called energy points. So EP is the shortened term for that. And also for conflict, I would call anything using energy-based abilities, or I think it was actions. Now they're called special abilities. This is just an umbrella term. It encompasses anything that has to do with the supernatural, magic, chi, cosmic energies, power, stuff like that. Because again, my game is supposed to be for common role-playing themes, worlds, as it says here, fantasy, science fiction, post-apocalyptic, and cyberpunk. We are in dark fantasy, a subcategory. So that's really it. Those are the main three things I've done so far since the last recording. And because it is super late and I'm supposed to be in bed for my shift tomorrow, I could not resist. I was excited. I wanted to, continue the story. So here's our character sheet. Nothing has changed except for the slight EP relabel there. Now, where we left off, we entered this mysterious abandoned armory and weapon shop. And Wolf looked inside based on a successful roll and saw that there was looks like spotting dusty armor and weapons untouched, but there was a faint movement near the back corner. Now, we are going to do a roll for this, and as always, recently I've been using the online dice roller. By the way, this is called dice.b.ac. So DICE dot BEE dot AC. It has this green screen so you can chroma key it out, put it on top of your OBS layer. I've used this many times in the past, ever since I started this channel, or at least a quarter of the way in, like it was before I actually had physical dice. It's a great, it's great for um, broadcast use for recording. Okay, let's rearrange my tabs here. Now, it says skill check, possibly we can do, which are recommendations. It's really up to me. Stealth or insight to identify the hidden threat. I think because what would Mr. Call Urban here, Wolf, what would he do here? Would he notice would he notice this strange figure moving in the corner of his eye? Or is he more fixated on the potential looting of all of this fancy? Well, let's ask the Oracle. Are the conditions of these weapons and armor still salvageable? Or are they rusty, old, decrepit, etc.? First, are any of the weapons or armor salvageable? Are armor in good condition? First, are any of the weapons or armor in good condition? I forgot I could actually just use my speech to text, but most equipment is worn or rusted, but Wolf spots a sturdy chainmail vest, +1 defense, and a well-maintained longsword, 1d6 damage, which in my game, I actually don't use dice for weapons, at least in the current rendition. I use positive value, a set number modifier. The difference in the dice roll compared to the threat's defense is what determines damage. Any weapon greater than basic adds a bonus modifier to the damage itself. So the attack roll and damage roll are one in its entirety. So it looks like there is some stuff in this place that could benefit us. Sturdy chainmail vest. I think I'm going to go for both of these items, but without rolling for it, I'm just going to say that he does not see the shadowy whatever is in the corner of the store. I will take both items, ignoring, or I should say, not noticing the strange figure in the corner. So I will say the longsword is actually going to be a plus. Oh, interesting. As Wolf reaches for the gear, a hunched shadowy figure steps forward slightly, whispering, taking what isn't yours. Diplomacy or intimidation to respond. Interesting. I thought it was going to be like a creature, a beast, a monster, a shadow, but it's actually a talking humanoid. Well, we can get some info here. What info about this figure? Let's see. Before we roll or continue thematically. Cursed Shopkeeper, Spectral Human, HP 5, Defense 2, Ghostly Form, Touch of Despair, which obviously I have my own um, list of threat levels. So down here, rank. This ghostly shopkeeper most likely would fall as a soldier, not a minion. Touch and spare. Now, again, he's not a threat just yet, but he's questioning our actions. He's bound, most likely a spirit, bound to this store. I'm going to not necessarily just play stupid, but playing character where he didn't notice the creature, or he didn't notice this individual. So I will use Valor, which is my charisma. Charisma's under that category, that ability, core. And we roll, let's see. I can choose the difficulty as usual, the DC and the danger class, I believe I call it. DC for it. Yep, danger class right here as an 8 normal. So we have to roll a D10 plus my 1 from Valor. 8 or higher, and that is an, oh, that's a 9. Perfect. I thought it was actually a 6. So, success roll in telling the shopkeeper, well, first shopkeeper, that we did not see him. Thought this place was vacant. We would like to ask. Actually, let's just leave it at that. I was going to say let's ask him for his price, but I want to see what the shopkeep does with this positive roll. Success roll in telling the shopkeeper that we did not see him, thought this place was vacant. The shopkeeper relaxes slightly, lowering his spectral hand. Apologies accepted, but nothing here is free. Okay, so we have a possible exchange in currency here with our whopping 8 gold due to my rules. Barter, negotiate to settle for a deal. Let's say, you know what? Actually, I think Mr. Urban here, I keep calling him Urban, remember his name is Wolf. He's actually interested in this shopkeeper's story, at least what happened here. Let's say I inquire about what happened to the shopkeeper, or at least in this town. We know what happens, but I think we're trying to converse with this sentient being. The ghostly figure sighs sadly, dark sorcery. Plague stole our lives, trapped our souls here forever. Okay, so we have a potential quest here. Empathy and investigation a little more. Now, We can use this to our wolf here, artist formerly known as Carl Urban. He can use this to his advantage. I'd say he's a, again, my game does not have these, I don't have this backstory yet completely of Wolf, but figuring he's a nomad, he likes to, he wants to help in a way, but remain for, he wants to help for his own benefit. So he's a neutralish character, good on the side of good, but not entirely. He looks out for himself, but he's willing to help if it benefits him, if that makes sense. So let me write that down here. That's trying to figure out. Maybe I should include alignment, perhaps. I'll make a note of this in my game notes, which I actually use in the back of the character sheet. So I will write down possible revisions or additions. I've been thinking about this for some time, but never really mentioned it because obviously role-playing games of all types have some form of alignment or code of honor or some code of conduct from the characters. So I would say code of conduct actually. Code of conduct in quotations or parentheses, more so alignment. So just making a small little note here. We'll figure that out because the character sheet is mostly, it's not crowded, and the notes section is the other half of the bottom. So let's just try to stay in character here and figure out what we can do. I think he's going to ask if he can help for the exchange of items from the store. So I ask if I can help in any way. Are other spirits trapped here, perhaps in exchange for items? I'll leave it at that. I ask, oh, I probably could have rolled a dice for that. Empathy. He nods slowly. Free us. Break the curse binding our spirits to this place, and the gear is yours. Ooh. Occult knowledge and insight understand how to lift the curse. Let's say this will be craft. I'm gonna do. I don't have a modifier for craft, so we're gonna do a flat roll. I'm gonna do 10 hard for this one. He has general knowledge of what happened here, if we haven't expanded on it, but I will just do it at 10. Perhaps there's more to the lore that we don't know of. So it has to be 10 or higher, or 10. 10, I got it. Okay, that's exactly what I needed. So, okay, wow, even on a hard roll, success roll on how I think it is possible to help, but need more info from shopkeeper. Okay. Oh, FYI, this is ChatGPT 4.5, the new one. Wolf recalls the curse likely stems from a dark relic hidden within the Black Hollow, which is the village we're in, binding the spirits to this realm. The shopkeeper whispers, relic beneath old shrine. Destroy it, set us free. Okay, the old shrine, let's say he does not know where this old shrine is. I ask, where is this old shrine? The shopkeeper points outside, voice echoing softly at the village center. Beneath the stone altar, beware, the relic resists destruction. So, which means we can't just break it with a rock. It has to be. Oh, right. So, there is still Crick, the strange little goblin who's the herbalist goblin. He's the prior NPC we've interacted with. Or extra, as I call it. FYI, my rules call them explicitly called extras. Right over here, yonder, extras. So, um, I will inquire. Well, let's figure this out first. Optics. We can't just destroy the item physically. We have to basically disinfect it. We did disinfect it. We gotta figure out using magic to dispose of it properly. Okay. I mentioned the goblin perhaps can help rid the curse off the stone. Physical force may not work. The shopkeeper nods approvingly. Goblins, herbs, and spells might weaken the relic. Convince them, bring help. Diplomacy, persuasion when speaking to Crick. Okay, I'm thinking. I'm going to ask the spirit here. So currently I have light armor. Let me ask the oracle. Let's see. I have basic light armor equipped +1. What is it called? I just want a name for this item I have here because in my rules it just says basic or light armor. I'm gonna erase this and just see what it spits out. Wolf basic armor is called a padded gambitson +1. Okay, that works. Whatever that is. Padded gambitson. So +1 simple, reliable, lightweight. We'll write that down now. Padded gambitson. Gambitson. It's a +1 armor, which means I'm gonna ask the shopkeep if. Let's actually ask for his name. What is the name of the shopkeep? My name is Eldrin. Okay, Eldrin. Ghostly shopkeeper. All right, Mr. Okay, so I ask Eldrin if I may take a extra piece of armor for this task. Perhaps I should roll for it. I think I might have to roll for it because he was very defensive when we were here first. There we go. Ever not slowly, agreeing softly. Take it. Just return it when the deed is done. Well, he won't. He won't be there. When the deed is done. Let's do a story hacker. First one for tonight. Um, story hack. Eldrin is Eldrin is still cautious about giving items away. What role should I do? Still cautious. Eldrin says, "Well, I trust your words, but betrayal comes easily." Persuade. Okay, this is just typical Valor. So I'm gonna say, mm, because we've been talking to him for a bit, a few minutes at least, in the game time, I'm gonna like just put it as normal 8. I think eight's just hard enough. So 8 plus my 1 Valor, so it has to be a D10. 8 or higher. That is perfect because my +1 Valor puts that at to an 8. Success roll. What is the armor? Helmet, shoulder pads, knee pads, gestures torn, worn but solid. Iron helm. Okay, iron helm. +1 defense, which means my defense is now up to a whopping 2. That works perfectly. Resting on the shelf, I grab it, puts it on. Now, another story hack. Eldrin notices my rusty blade from earlier. Trying to figure out if I can lose this rusty blade with some narrative flair. Eldrin frowns, pointing at Wolf's rusty knife. That blade won't last. Take the longsword, you need it. I don't know if he's gonna give me the longsword, perhaps. Not okay. Story hack. Not exactly. He believes the let's see, Eldrin, just to clarify. Eldrin believes the rusty blade is cursed. Where did I get the rusty blade? Wasn't that in the earlier episode? That blade tainted you carry dark magic here. Wisdom arcana to understand the curse. Let's see. That will be craft, which I have nothing. I'll do 10 because this is just a sudden imprint. 10 or higher. I'm rolling great tonight. That is, if this was Eldrick, Elric, I would be checking all the boxes. If this was Call Cthulhu, I'll be checking half the boxes. Okay. Success roll. I'll just say success roll. Wolf recalls the blade was found among cursed vines. Oh yeah, that's right. It was the very, very first incident we were in. Likely carrying a minor corruption that attracts darker spirits, slowly draining luck or strength. Ooh. Um, what should I do with it? It's like courage or wisdom to safety disregard it. I ask, how can I disregard of this? Whispers are bury it in purified earth beneath sunlight, or toss it in the running water. Hurry. Oh, okay. Maybe this is why we've been having these encounters with dark shadows. I believe the rusty dagger blade may be the reason for the encounters with dark spirits. Oh, I don't know why I put a question mark there, but Elder nods grimly. The curse draws them. Dispose of it soon, or more will come. Okay, so I leave. I look around for a water source, story hack, none in town. I need to figure out where to find some. Wolf sees no water nearby. The village wells are dry, leaving only dirt and ruin. Survival navigation to seek beyond. Okay, so we need to roll for optics. This will be, let's make it 8 normal. Or actually, let's see. How are the environmental, oops, environmental conditions for awareness? Fog remains thick, making visibility poor beyond a short distance. Hearing is clear, but vision is limited. Okay, so this will definitely be hard, which is 10. So with my optics, I have a +1. We have to do 10 or more, or 9 to, okay, fail, obviously. All right. Failed roll, trying to find a way out of the village. Oh, right, the shopkeep, or Crick. Wolf becomes disoriented, then Spawn realizes he's walked in circles, still trapped within Black Hollow. Let's try to find a way back to Crick. That'll be probably easy, actually, or at least normal. Let's say easy, because he's within the limits of the village limits. So that's optics +1. So we got to do 6, 5 or more total. Oh, okay, there we go. That now it's 6 +1. Okay. Success roll to find Crick. Perhaps he can help. Wolf finds Crick still safely hidden in his hut, sorting herbs. The goblin looks up, curiously at Wolf returns. I show Crick the rusty blade. I ask for him. I ask if he knows how to discard it, how to destroy it properly. It's tainted with evil. Let's see what happens. Recoil sharp money. Blade bad. Crick can cleanse, but need rare herbs. Dangerous to get. Hmm. And we have two small little plots going here, story threads. We have destroy the relic that haunts the village, and this rusty dagger, rusty blade, which is more of a subplot. So I tell him of my task to destroy the relic that haunts, or curses, I should say, curses this village. If I do, can Crick assist? Would it help his living situation here? Nods eagerly. If Kurtz breaks, Kurt's free too. Crick help Wolf cleanse Blade, defeat evil relic. What if we use the blade with, well, hmm, planning or teamwork for next steps? So let's do craft. I'm gonna roll a 10 because we don't know if we can use the blade against the. Well, originally I was saying we can't use physical force to destroy the relic, but what if we really use the blade to destroy the relic together? So dark magic with dark magic, they'll probably explode. I'm gonna do just something silly here and roll a flat roll, no modifier, against a 12, or not, I can't do a 12, a 10. Right, no, nope, no modifier. So, failed roll on crazy idea to use blade on evil relic. Let's see what Mr. Goblin Panic shakes his hand. No, not blade. No, both cursed. Together, danger doubled. Must cleanse blade first. Okay. So I ask him how. If we're, trapped. Let's see. Her replies are need moonflower herb grows near old graves outside village, guarded by shadows. Okay. So, how to escape the village? I said I couldn't find my way out of the village. How would I find this grave? Her smiles reassuringly, handing Wolf a small glowing charm. This guide you through fog. Follow glow, find graves easily. Okay, let's try optics to see if you trust them on this one. Because, the previous issue of the potion, though it wasn't deadly, it was just not as vibrant. Let's do normal roll. So my Valor's plus, optics is +1. So we need 8 or higher. And there it is not. Failed roll to determine if I trust him after last time with the vial. Wolf hesitates, uncertain if Trick Karm is trustworthy memories of the suspicious Courage. I'll just go. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. I take the charm and wear it. Okay, so it's a charm, so I'm gonna put that on my inventory. So lucky charm. All right. Wolf dons the charm and glows softly, cutting a faint path through the fog toward a distant grave. Okay, we will make our way to the grave in the next episode. So that's where we're going to leave off for today. Thank you for watching. I'm going to call it a night, but this was terrific. I loved it. Loved every minute of it. No combat, but plenty of rolls and some narrative flair, and conversations happened. So it's still working out, but I do have to make one tomorrow, probably, or next couple days. I'm going to add some method of alignment, some mechanic for alignment to further flesh out the characters, because right now it's just the um, features like, for example, race, age, gender, looks, profession. That's it. Nothing about backstory. I notes in my rules, right? Backstory you can expand on, and looks in the notes section, but that's it. So, Havoc's turning, in my opinion, I'm sure people have some choice words and some recommendations, which are totally fine. I mean, again, this is an open forum. It just, in my opinion, I feel like this has really matured uh, a hundredfold, at least in formatting and contextually. So I'm really happy of how the Havoc system has gone from Deathly Hollows, Deathly Chronicles to Havoc RPG, Havoc System, the Havoc RPGs, etc. But that's yeah, that's really it for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.